And I'll leave you guys with this. If you want to be in balance in life, if you're going to believe the bad things about yourself, you've also got to believe the good things about yourself. And howdy, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome here if it's your first time. I'm Don. I do non-pop country music reactions. And I've got a gift request. Kyle Perkins made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Kyle, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for this gift and request. I don't know the song as far as I know. And if you're new to the channel, that's because I didn't grow up on country. I came to it maybe 12 years ago, and that was mostly Nashville stuff. So I might have heard Tim's song. But I don't think so. And then when I started the channel, I got into traditional country because you guys saw how I liked lyrics and such. And traditional just speaks to me, speaks to my soul. You know, the Don Williams is it, and also like the John Prines, like just brilliant, brilliant. Tom T. Halls of the world. Very few of them, but one of these days. Now, that's one of these titles that could go anywhere. So let's see what we've got here. So thank you again, Kyle, for this gift and request. And let's see what we've got with Tim.
We used to chase that boy home from school. Called him freckled face, a red-headed fool. He was different, he wasn't cool like me. And sticks and stones didn't break any bones, but we never left well enough alone. Then one day he ran away from home, you see. And I passed him as he walked away. And in his eyes I heard him say,
in his eyes,
one of these days you're gonna love me. You'll sit down by yourself and think about the times you pushed and shoved me, and what good friends we might have been. And then you're gonna sigh a little, maybe even cry a little, but one of these days you're gonna love me. Hattie Sue was a small town beauty. I took one look at her and had to pull her to me. Lord knows she should have seen right through me when I promised her the world. But at 17 you only want one thing. I left her standing with my high school ring, innocent tears in a pouring rain as I walked away. And I still see her in my dreams. To this day she's whispering, one of these days you're gonna love me.
See, that's the fascinating thing that I'm and still not quite able to put together, and I think he'll clarify it in this song. It strikes me as one of the songs where clarification comes, but not one of these days you're gonna miss me, not one of these days you're gonna wish you had me. But one of these days you're going to love me. The first context was friendship. This one is maybe a love relationship, clearly a love relationship, because he broke her heart.
You'll sit down by yourself and think about the time you turned from me, what good friends we might have been. And then you're gonna sigh a little, and maybe even cry a little, but one of these days you're gonna love me.
It's nice. Whatever that instrument is.
stands up, the congregation sings. It's a song of sweet forgiveness, and as the chorus rings, the wind blows clear my memory, the pages start to turn, then suddenly I'm singing the moment that I learned. One of these days I'm gonna love me.
I'm gonna love me.
And
nice.
Feel the joy of sweet release. One of these days I'll rise above me, and at last I'll find some peace. Then I'm gonna smile a little, and maybe even laugh a little, but one of these days I'm gonna love me.
Yeah. Okay, so the me was just a literary device there in a sense where it is true, one of these days I'm gonna love me. So when she said, one of these days you're gonna love me, that me was referring to himself. He couldn't get over himself in a sense. Sometimes we get in our own way in life. And when I was taking the yoga teacher trainings with my teacher Ranjita, who is just a beautiful human being and knows so much and shared so many different ways of viewing things in life with us. And she asked us, this was in like the level 2 training, which at the time there were just 2 levels. Now they've added like a 3rd level to it and all this stuff. She said, what is yoga? And we were already teachers by this point. We'd already been practicing for a while, some people for 20 plus years. In my case, it was like 2. I knew she wasn't looking for the textbook answer of it's, a journey. It's the union of body, breath, and mind, all of which is true. But I knew she wasn't looking for that. And so everybody gave their answers. There were 10 or 12 of us in this training class. And she said, when it got around her, she said, yoga is about forgiveness. And we were all like, okay, wasn't expecting that one. And she said, technically, it's about self-forgiveness, because when you can forgive yourself, it's easier to extend forgiveness to others. And I thought, wow, that's a great philosophical idea. I'm gonna ponder that. And I did, and I've contemplated it, and it's paid dividends for me. And that's what this song reminds me of, where these 2 other people, the childhood friend and then this girl who he dated and then broke her heart, they saw it. They saw that he needed to love himself. But in a sense too, yeah, that's how I heard it. Maybe each of the kids was saying, maybe the girl whose heart he broke and his friend, maybe they needed to find themselves too. But I think that the girl whose heart he broke at age 17 and he left her with his high school ring and all that, it doesn't strike me she needed to find herself. I think she saw that he needed to find himself. And the me that she was referring to was him. Yeah, it's one of these things that when we find that, very angry people, it's not categorically true, but sometimes you can find that common denominator or a denominator within them that they really don't like themselves. They're frustrated. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they are. And they lash out at others. And to me, that doesn't excuse their behavior. It just doesn't. It provides the reason for it. But bad behavior is bad behavior, and there are consequences to it. So, Kyle, that was just very poignant poignant song. I mean, this is just, whenever you have piano playing in it the way it was playing in here too, I've said this because I've noticed it, that generally speaking, it means it's going to be a poignant song, and this was just so. I'm going to rate this one, and the number that popped into my head is a 9.2. And it was on the strength of the lyrics and the story. And I hope I had it right. I hope I divined the meaning of the song correctly. But sometimes we've got to find that way. And I'll leave you guys with this. If you want to be in balance in life, if you're going to believe the bad things about yourself, you've also got to believe the good things about yourself. And there are good things about each of us, and that can help us find our way to loving ourselves, or at least accepting ourselves and not being so critical of ourselves or self-loathing. And in that way, we can extend those virtues to others. So there you go. All right, guys, you can thank Kyle for that one of these days, or you can thank him today. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.